Playdate by Dr. Tamara Pizzoli, illustrated by Ricardo Gola. Christian Caleb was one of the most popular students at McPherson Elementary School. Some kids liked him because he was kind, and others were fond of him because he was friendly. But one fact that everyone in school knew, from the children to the teachers to the ladies who worked in the cafeteria, was that Christian Caleb's family was loaded. That means they had money, and lots of it. Christian Caleb always had the best school supplies and state-of-the-art technology. He had the fanciest threads, and he even had a chauffeur who transported him to and from school. Some kids said he lived in a mansion. Others had heard he owned a pet tiger. But the most important thing about Christian Caleb was that he was kind. So it was easy for him to make friends, real friends, at school. One of his very best friends was Abe. Christian Caleb and Abe would eat lunch together, hang out during recess, and even walk in line together when the bell rang ending the school day. Abe would wave goodbye and walk the short distance to his family's small apartment as Christian Caleb rode off with his driver. One Friday afternoon, Christian Caleb invited Abe to spend the night at his house. Abe was thrilled with the idea, but first had to ask his mother. That evening, after a short phone call to Christian Caleb's mother, Abe's parents gave him permission to spend the night at his friend's home the following evening. In short, almost everything Abe had heard about Christian Caleb's family and home seemed true. Their residence was luxurious, and though there was no pet tiger, there was also no shortage of swanky snacks and the grandest of playthings. Abe and Christian Caleb had a ball, and early the next day, Abe's parents came to collect their son. Many weeks passed after the boys' sleepover, and though Abe had certainly enjoyed himself at his friend's home, he sensed that something changed between him and Christian Caleb shortly after his visit. His friend had grown a bit, distant. One Wednesday afternoon at recess, Abe decided to clear the air. "Hey, Christian Caleb," he began. "Is everything okay?" Christian Caleb paused a bit before responding. "Well, yeah, I'm not mad or anything. I don't know. I invited you to my house, but you never bothered to invite me to yours." Abe gulped quietly. The thought of inviting Christian Caleb to his house never crossed his mind, for a few reasons. Right away, Abe assured his friend, "I'll have my mom call yours tonight." And he did. That night, while chatting with his parents over dinner, Abe shared what Christian Caleb had told him earlier that day. "I never thought about inviting him over, really," Abe began. "I guess because, he has everything at his house. And Oh, honey," his mom began. "You weren't embarrassed of our home, were you?" "No," Abe replied. "It's just he has everything." "And so do we," Abe's father smiled. "We have love." "That's right," his mother chimed in. "What's out here isn't nearly as important as what's in here," she said, as she gestured first to the space around them, and then to her heart. Abe felt and knew his parents were right. That weekend, Christian Caleb spent the night at his dear friend Abe's home. The two had a ball. "It's way more fun over here than at my house," Christian Caleb said as the boys made up games. "Well, what can I say?" Abe grinned. "We've got a lot of love here." Copyright 2021 by Dr. Tamara Pizzoli.